Hello and welcome back to Traversing the Cosmos. My name is Fola and I'm back with another episode. And hopefully this is your favorite astrology podcast. If not, well, something's up, okay? Something's not right in the water. If you are new, welcome. Yes, I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you coming here to spend time with me, a lovable weirdo who loves weirdo things. And if you are coming back, kudos to you, okay? Like I said, I truly, genuinely appreciate your energy. I love talking about astrology. It is one of my favorite things to do, along with pulling tarot. So yeah, thanks for spending this space, this time with me. All right, this week's podcast will talk about the astrological energies taking place January 4th through the 12th. Yes, I know, that's more than a week. Usually we only do a week, but I've got some big things coming up, some big changes, some big moves. So I need to extend what we're going to talk about in order to give myself some time to set up the moves. So thank you so much for bearing with me. Let's talk about this time. The first thing we need to talk about, January 4th, we are coming off of this kind of crunchy energy of Mars opposed Pluto, of a big moment of release, of a moment of Pluto saying, no, you need to go this way, actually. And that can feel really tense, really exhausting, and overall really frustrating energy. So when the sun in Capricorn comes into sextile Saturn the next day, it's going to be a breath of fresh air, a nice, cool, calming release. The sun in Capricorn is very much so worried about its goals, it's worried about the long term. And Saturn in Pisces is teaching us to go with the flow. It's teaching us to have a deep sense of satisfaction of the here and now and where we are. And also, it's telling us that we need to connect deeper to our sense of faith, our trust in the universe. So we're getting this, oh my gosh, like I just gotta know, I feel very irritable. And then Saturn is offering ease and flow to the sun in this moment. It is cooling off the ego. And simultaneously, it's allowing you to take a step back and sow deeper seeds of commitment to where you want to go, to what you want to do. And the thing that Capricorn really does well is know that your destination is going to take time. And so it's not just invested in immediate results. It's invested in the long haul. And Saturn in Pisces comes in and says, hey, why don't you enjoy this journey while you're on it? Because otherwise, what's the point? Saturn in Pisces is bringing an opportunity to find peace in your process and to work out any kinks that you might be dealing with. Actually, to feel out any kinks that you might be dealing with. Saturn in Pisces wants you to come at everything from the heart space. And so this is a good way to feel your way around any issue that pops up. This is also a good day to draw inspiration from your loved ones, from your family, your friends, the people who love you the most and want to see you succeed. Depending on where you live in the world, the next transit is either going to take place on the nighttime of the 4th or in the wee hours in the morning on the 5th. Mars retrograde is going to sextile the South Node in Libra and trine the North Node in Aries. And this is a pretty big energy. They're both getting down to the wire. Actually, all three planets are getting down to the wire. They're at 0 degrees. They are in a position where they are at their purest form. All right, that's what 0 degrees means for any sign. It is the purest expression of that sign. And so there's an opportunity to really do some reworking here. Mars in Leo has been trying to teach us to sow our heart back into everything that we do. What does our heart want? And so we're being pushed to really do some reworking here, okay? It's the final countdown. Mars in Leo has been trying to get us to see what our heart wants, how we can step deeper into our heart space and redesign how we move, honestly. Mars is how we take action. Leo is the heart. And it's also the ego, and it's also our pride. Mars in Leo is where we get stuck between being heartfelt and being prideful. And the Libran qualities that we are trying to release also egg us on to do things for the gram or for the public eye, to indulge in pride. But with this retrograde taking place, that Mars is now learning about itself. It is learning to do better, learning to stick to who it really is at the core. And that is helping us to release the Libran qualities of overcompromising, of doing things for show, and of being judgmental. Yeah. There's no space to be judgmental when you are being authentic to yourself and living from a playful, loving space. And so that's where the North Node in Aries comes in. The North Node in Aries says, forget everything else. Forget what other people are saying. Forget what you think I owe you. I don't owe you anything. The only person that I owe something to is myself. I came here to be me, and I'm going to stick to my principles. I'm going to stick to who I am. I am no longer going to neglect my own needs. I'm going to express my deepest truth. I'm going to take time for myself. And I'm going to connect to my passionate heart. This is a great time to tap into what makes you feel good, to indulge in your own unique self-expression, to lean into it, and to realize that the beauty of anything that you do first starts with the beauty inside of you. So take care of yourself on this day. Do all that you can to unburden yourself. Follow your feelings of elation and joy. Those are going to lead you in the right direction. Be weird and funky and quirky. Be true to your heart. Now, this is the second time that this transit is taking place. I believe the first time was around November 22nd, 23rd. So try to recall what you were doing back then, what inspiration you got back then, and do some reevaluating. Like I said, Mars is retrograde, so there's also the sense of keeping a steady pace. There's a need to reevaluate how much energy you can extend in all directions, honestly. That's the other part of the Libra South Node, is finding balance, true balance. So make sure that you are using your energy wisely. Reevaluate what you are investing your time in, and see how you can approach something that you started back in November with a more conscious mind. This is a great day to do some grounding work, to activate your throat chakra, maybe do some singing or some humming, and to take time when you need it. Listen to your body. It won't steer you wrong. The next day, January 6th, 2025, is going to be, it's going to be a doozy. I'm not going to lie, okay? Mars is going to retrograde from Leo back into Cancer, a sign that it does not do well in, and it's retrograde. The emotions are going to be all over the place. They're going to feel sticky, all right? And then Mercury is going to square Neptune. Mercury in Sag, that's really, really bold, squaring Neptune in Pisces, which can really stir up the illusions. There is a potential to put your foot in your mouth this day. So just try to take it easy as possible. All right, with Mars in Cancer, you're going to be driven by your emotions. So you want to make sure to quell them. This is not a day to try to get everything done. This is not a day to even fret when things don't go your way. This is a day to simply soothe the soul, okay? Plan to stay home if you can. Get a nice blanket. Get yourselves your favorite snack, your favorite treat. Hold on to whatever it is that makes you happy. Watch your favorite movie. Put on your favorite playlist. Do the things that is going to soothe Mars in Cancer. And also learn the art of walking away. Truly, truly, walking away is going to save the day. This is a day to triple check anything that you send, any emails, texts, any voice notes, okay? Make sure that you are expressing yourself in a way that is doing no harm, okay? And also, that gets your point across. And just know that Mars is going to be retrograding in the sign of Cancer until February 23rd, okay? A good long while. So you also want to take note of how this transit makes you feel, where you are feeling it the most. Take a look at the house that Mars is retrograding in, because we are learning lessons in that house. We're learning what makes us tick, where we can be overly emotional, where we can allow our feelings to drag us. So take note of how you feel on this day. Take note of what is being brought up for you, because you're going to work through it for the next month and a half. The next day that we're going to talk about is January 8th, and there are 3 things happening. Mercury is going to enter the sign of Capricorn and become a little bit more stable, a little bit more frugal with its words and its attention. It's going to calm down, it's going to slow down, and it's going to focus on what is going to get it to its goal. Mercury in Sag brings up ideas of adventure and fun and jokes, and Mercury in Capricorn is like, so we need to be practical. I'm going to save my words actually, and I'm only going to talk about what is beneficial to me. It brings up stability and financial success. Mercury in Capricorn wants you to think diligently about how you are seen in the public eye. It wants you to think about your career and to strategize about your own security. How are you going to get there? What's going to keep you there? It's very productive energy. Waste not, want not. Mercury is very practical in this energy. And now, not only is it going to enter the sign of Capricorn, it is then going to square the nodes. Okay. So an even bigger push, an even bigger activation of, hey, you know that thing that we've been working on for the last year and a half, that part of ourselves that contain Aries energy and Libra energy? Yeah, we're going to need you to get it together. Let's talk about our legacy. Because the nodes are the nodes of destiny and fate. They're like, where you need to go. How are you going to get there? What do we need to release in order for you to get there? And now with Mercury and Capricorn coming in, it's saying, we're pushing. Where are we going? We need you to think about it. We need you to do away with distractions. Do away with your need to ask other people or to get approval from other people. Dig in. Tap in. Instead of asking for advice, why don't you take the time to write about what you're looking to do? Mercury in Capricorn is asking you to tame your impulsiveness, to do away with your need to get approval and to ask for other people's advice. Take some time for contemplation. You have time. It's not about instant gratification. That is not what Mercury and Capricorn is interested in. And so now let's talk about the final transit. The sun in Capricorn is going to square Chiron in Aries. And we know that we have been working through our inability to start things, our lack of courage and due diligence, and how we have let ourselves down in the past. The sun squaring Chiron is going to dig up these insecurities and put them in front of our faces so that we can look at them. And so that we can figure out how to work around them. Instead of taking giant leaps, the sun is saying, no, we need to take baby steps. How can we take baby steps? And what are those steps? Like I said, get a pen and paper today. That way you can write down your course of action and feel a little bit more secure in the way that you are going to make moves. All right. The next energy that we're going to talk about is a big one, a really big one. And I've been debating about doing a separate podcast about this. Probably will. But for now, let's just talk about this energy briefly. The nodes are going to shift signs on January 11th. They're going to be switching signs from Aries, Libra to Pisces, Virgo. And when the North Node goes into Pisces, it is time to get into your spiritual bag. It is time to stop looking at the small things and to think big, to dream big, to see everything from a higher perspective. It is a time of transcendence, of forgiveness, of love, unconditional love, and godliness. To follow your purpose, to truly become one with the universe. That's what the North Node in Pisces symbolizes. No more playing it small. Connect to your higher self. Connect to your God, your angels, your creator, divine, whatever you want to call it. Tap in. I know I keep saying tap in a lot, but seriously, if you were ever going to tap in, it is now. The time is now. Do it now. You can also indulge in meditation practices, sound baths, dream journaling, drum journeying. All of the woo-woo stuff comes into play now. Work on raising your vibration and stepping into your own loving energy. Love is the highest form of Pisces energy. Embodying it fully. Acceptance is the highest form of Pisces energy. For the next 18 months, that is the goal, is to transcend our petty differences, our issues, what makes us unhappy, and find yourself in a space where everything is beautiful. Everything is divine. Everything is purposed. Transcend your victimhood into acceptance and growth and become the hero of your story. Truly, that's what Pisces energy is. It is generosity and growth and acceptance and perseverance and love and devotion. I want to point out that you can be the hero without the accolades, without needing all of that, because that is also what Pisces energy is about. It is unconditional. It doesn't require acknowledgement. It doesn't require praise. Pisces energy truly shows up in the everyday, in the smallest acts of kindness and love and generosity. And now in order to do that, we're also going to have to do the work on the South Node side of Virgo, of being nitpicky, of overthinking everything, of being too worrisome, too cautious, of having to have everything the way that you want it, exactly right. Because in order to see life through the lens of love, you have to let go of all of your expectations, of all of your anxieties, of all of the this isn't good enough, the need for every single thing to be perfect. That is not love, because nothing is perfect. And if that's all you're looking at life to be, or every time you look at something, you look at it through the lens of what is wrong, how can it be fixed? Don't get me wrong, Virgos are great at fixing things. Virgo energy is great at making things better. But you know, just as I know, that one Virgo in your life who is never satisfied. Because they're always looking at, well, this isn't good enough. How can this be better? This isn't right. This isn't how I like it. Virgo energy can be so hard on itself even, that it prohibits itself from just being happy. Just being. And accepting the flaws of life. Because that's what life is. And we all deserve to be happy in this life. And we all deserve to love our imperfections. Pisces energy says everything is happening the way that it should. It says, how can we love each other even when things could be better? How can we embrace and be grateful for the life that we have, for the people that we have? What would love do? Everybody say love. We are going to spend the next 18 months working on even give and take, working on emotional fulfillment, working on transmuting our shadowy critic and transmuting our pain. This process is going to bring us to a deeper sense of liberation. It's going to allow our hearts to fly free. And it's going to allow us collectively to dissolve our differences, to dissolve our boundaries, and know that we are all one, that there is sacred unity in the world. For there is no you and me. There is only us. Oh, and we're also going to be diving deep into our talents, okay? It's going to bring up this gooey creative side of all of us. And I love that for us. I truly do. As a weirdo artist, I'm so ready. As a Pisces rising, baby, I'm ready. Last but certainly not least, on Sunday, January 12th, Mars retrograde in Cancer is going to trine Neptune and Pisces, and this is going to feel real good. Mars, I told you, is not feeling great in Cancer. She's a little shell-shocked, honestly. She's not doing well, or she hasn't been doing well, but this connection with Neptune in Pisces is allowing her to take like a metaphorical spiritual bath. She is connecting to her heart, to her intuition. She is allowing herself to let go of the anger and frustration that she may have been feeling. Yeah. This is a renewal of Mars in Cancer. Through creativeness and play and spiritual activities and rejuvenating activities, Mars in Cancer is able to let go of her frustration, let go of the need to control. It just needs to feel good. This is a beautiful day for romantic energy, for love, love. Now, Neptune is involved, so, it may be a little idealistic, but that's okay. Life is about love, okay? And wherever you find it, you need to appreciate it. Allow yourself to be taken care of today. Allow yourself to step into the energy of loving yourself a little bit more. Yeah, and don't shy away from extending that love to others. Get out of your head and get into your heart and take a bath there. That sounded weird, but take a bath. I just see a bird flopping around in a bird bath and just loving on itself. Like, I'm getting clean. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, it's giving that. It's giving a bird bath. It's giving a romantic bird bath. All right. We did it. We made it. Thank you so much once again for spending this time with me. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss when I upload. Comment down below. Tell me how these transits are affecting you. Tell me, what you're excited about, what you're not so excited about. Feel free to ask me questions down in the comments section. I would love to respond to you. I actually respond to every single comment as long as there's nothing, crazy. Sometimes I be getting some comments that I'm like, what? Okay. But reasonable comments will all be responded to. I love the interaction. So let a sister know. Hit a sister up. Don't forget to follow me on all socials. I am Cosmic Belonging on TikTok, Substack, Instagram, on here, Blue Sky. What's the other one? Oh, Threads. I'm at Cosmic Belonging on all of those places. And yeah, and if you're looking for a reading, you can head on over to my website, cosmic-belonging.com. I do tarot readings. I do astrology readings. I'm here. I offer my services. And until next time. Oh, don't forget, you belong. Bye. Bye now.